There,
Where?
there we go. Hey, we are live. Okay, guys, we just installed a new system here. Did an update on it, and
It looks a little different.
It looks a little different. We're hoping that it works out all right.
Not sure.
Yeah.
It's colorful.
It is. It's a lot more colorful. Of course, they can't see it.
No, but we can.
No, but we're the only ones that can see it. So
yeah.
We'll see if our one notification went out on another location. Let's see, we got 3. Yeah, we got 3. Let's go for 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go.
Reap what you sow, and Deborah, music girl, country homestead preacher, Kubota Acres, Brenda, and Florida Homestead.
Miss Tammy.
Everybody popping in. Pam and Espetterly and Becky and Gemini. Okay, she's in the hospital. She's going to sit there and watch Deep South.
That's what I'm telling you. Hey, she's a trooper now.
You know what? She told the surgeon, she said, if this goes past 8 o'clock tonight, you better have Deep South playing so I can watch it while you're doing surgery.
Oh, so at least she can hear it anyway.
She's going to pay attention.
I got you.
But she went through surgery fine. She's doing good. She's got
she's on here.
Recovery.
She'll be fine.
But she's going to be good.
She'll be good. God is good.
Yeah. Well, right now, guys, we have had rain.
We've had rain, pretty good bit of rain. Not a lot, like
and a little bit of wind.
Had some wind,
but everything kind of went west of us.
Yeah.
And so it's not been too bad. Actually, it's been very enjoyable. And so, you want to tell them a little about this weather that we've had and what it's done around here? And I'll go get something to drink.
Go get me something to drink. We did. We came
Danny
in here.
always has his water. And
I usually have my water, and she usually has something. And we usually got a snack and all the other kind of things in here, so we can just have a party. And bring me a pecan cookie or something. But anyway, we spent the night last night in the cabin. We wanted to know what it was like to stay in the cabin and listen to the rain on the metal roof. Because we don't really have any insulation in there or anything. Really, it's like being in a barn right now. But technically, we slept like a baby all night long. You know, it was really nice to hear the rain hitting the roof and the wind blowing the rain against the metal roof and everything. So it was really, we slept really good. To be honest with you. Let's see. How much rain have we gotten, Charles said. Well, Charles, to be honest with you, we got more rain before the hurricane than we did during the hurricane. Yesterday we got 5/8 of an inch, and today so far we've only gotten 5/8 of an inch, which is not much for us. Gail says, yes, I grew up under a metal roof. I loved it. Kubota Acre says we're smack dab in Barry's path. Hasn't been bad so far. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're the I am of me. We're okay. Actually, the weather has been really, really good for us. I know a lot of people may not believe that, but one thing was us being in the cabin listening to the rain on the metal roof, because it was really
that was awesome.
It was awesome. I mean, it was good to hear the rain on the metal roof because it wasn't a storming rain.
Yeah, and somebody's asking, are we going to put in installation? That is our next project.
It's the next project. Once it's wired, it will be insulated. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really. I slept 2 nights. We've been over there 2 nights in the cabin.
Yeah.
The first night I went over, I told him, I said, I just want to hear it rain on this roof. And so I got up the next morning and I'm like, it did not rain.
Oh, yeah.
And Danny goes, yes, at 4 o'clock this morning, the bottom fell out. And I said, no, it didn't. I did not hear one thing that night. So I missed the whole rain. So last night we went over and it was already raining. Well, it started raining after we got there. So we got to sit on the porch and just listen. And then we, off and on, is there running water? It's running down the hill.
Will you have running water in the cabin? Yes, we will eventually. We're in the process right now of hooking up. I have a well drilled over here by my house. I drilled it myself, a 4-inch one. We're in the process of trying to come up with the money to be able to purchase the pump to go down in it and the wire, and then we'll have to get the PVC to run it over there. It's like the way we'll have to run it will probably be about 500 feet of pipe we'll have to get over there. But once we have it over there, and I have water over there, then I'm going to take and drill another well by hand over there with water so that we have a well at the cabin also.
Yeah. Eva said that they're getting started on their root cell. They watched our video on that.
Oh, good. Good.
So now that it rained, Danny has to tell us what he drew on the ground and what he did to make it rain. It's called a turtle.
It's called a turtle. Jan, if Jan's on here, Jan knows about it.
Yeah. Jan Penland, right?
Yes.
I remember, I think that's
yeah.
who
It's Miss Jan. Jared and them says, I hate to work in insulation in y'all's heat. Well, Jared, it's tough. Now, we try not to use the fiberglass insulation. If you can use the rock wool, it's a lot easier to fool with because you don't itch after you get through with it. And we have 2 or 3 other kinds. We have a denim insulation that we can use here, and then we have one that's just a ground up paper product that's been treated so that it won't burn. We have lots of other options so that we don't itch. We have blown insulation, which is not fiberglass. It really works out a lot better.
Paul was asking, I guess he's saying, how did we get married, or when did we get married? We've been married 6 years this coming Friday, July 19th. Will be 6 years we've been married. We actually started talking in March. We met April 6th.
Yeah.
We talked 2 weeks before we ever met. And we got married in July.
Married in July.
July 19th. And Danny's birthday is July 24th. So
yes.
guys, oh, I want to show y'all. Well, I'm thinking when we're talking about that, somebody asked. In the description, I said I would tell y'all what I'm doing for his birthday. So let me find it right quick. I sat down today. I designed this shirt. They are going to be in our video, under our videos, starting probably tomorrow or the next day, because it takes a little while for them to go through the process or whatever. And so for Danny's birthday, the life-changing event with Deep South Homestead, that's the shirt I put up. And it'll come out. It comes out in sweatshirts and t-shirts, men's and women's. And so, guys, if you want a life-changing event t-shirt, give them time. You can get them. If you're in our
The white picket fence says, do they have a zip-up version?
No. They only had pullover versions. And it'll be under our videos.
Yeah.
But if you're in our group, Deep South Homestead Gathering Place, I posted it today. You could go ahead and go through that link and start ordering if you want. We also have the mugs. I didn't put a picture of the mugs up, but it has the Deep South Homestead logo and the picture of Danny and I on the back side. And they will be in that same store because we're creating merchandise for our store. And just hopefully that'll help us further along on our homestead here with things. But I figured everybody needed a life-changing event shirt because I thought that said Danny all over the place.
Michelle said the Egyptian walking onions I purchased from you did awesome. Good. I'm glad. Let's see here.
Wolfer Matt. Hey,
Matt. Wolfer Matt.
We need you in Mississippi.
Where are you at, boy?
We need you in Mississippi. We got projects. I need a guy here that can help. Yeah. I'll talk about hiring you or something. Let's see what he.
Where you at, Matt? Let us know, man.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Are you still woofing? That is great. I've been wondering about Matt.
We've been talking about you a lot, wondering where you at. We hadn't heard from you.
Let's see if he ever says anything. Oh, the squash horn.
Oh.
Wasn't that fun?
The squash horn, yes.
Sunshine had a ball playing with it.
She played with that thing, played with it.
David Hall says he received his Danny corn, wished he had enough to season left to start it.
Well, put it in the freezer, David, and keep it till next year.
Are we going to do the
get up and dance challenge? Well, I don't know. Have we been challenged? I don't know if we've been challenged or not.
I have no clue. Nobody tells us anything. I can't dance.
He says he's in Washington, still wolfing.
Maybe I'll be able to visit early fall. Come on,
are we in Washington D.C. or Washington State?
Probably Washington State. Probably, but come to Mississippi. We'll take you this summer, fall. I promise you. Danny's saving up projects. Or Wanda is one. Oh, I miss my woofer. I was thinking yesterday when I went out to feed my chickens that I really miss Matt because he's the one person that's been here that took over most of my outdoor chores, and I could get up in the morning and do what I needed to do, and I didn't have to worry about anything. Matt took over everything and did a fabulous job. Didn't have to be told but one time, and he knew what to do. And he even did things he didn't even have to. He just helped pitch in all the time.
They said it's a public challenge. Anyone can do the challenge.
I can't dance.
I'll do it. Somebody do it.
I'll do it, but I mean, I can tell you this: I can't dance. Y'all gonna see me make a fool of myself.
I'll do it. Kyle says, "I like your porch time so very much. It's helped me so much. Thank you, and you are more than welcome. I love doing porch time. It's one of those things that a lot of times I'm talking to myself about as much as I'm talking to anybody else. Really."
I saw Doug and Stacy do it, and I saw
It's 8:12, Paul.
Who else did I watch today? Somebody else do it.
Oh, you watched Golf Mania?
Golf Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, Robin is like me. If y'all don't know Golf Mania, go check Golf Mania out.
Gail said Zach Stivers did it by himself.
Really? Well, I may have to video Danny and me just kind of jump in there occasionally.
Right-wing environmentalist said, "I'd like to see you kick the cap off of some fertilizer."
We'll have to see what we can come up with. It might not happen this week. Kentucky Home says they're raising their Cherokee tans in a raised bed and letting them trail on the ground. Doing great so far. I've had a lot of people send me pictures of the Cherokee tan. One lady yesterday sent me, she started a raised bed, and I think she told me it was 22 feet long, and it had a lid on it to keep the deer and stuff out of it. She's had to open the lid and let the Cherokee tan pumpkin out, and anywhere it's put out a pumpkin, she's got a mesh basket over it to keep the deer from getting it. So a 22-foot bed, it's done filled it up and gone over. And
Bullfrog said, "Let Danny and Amanda do the dance." Yeah,
that would be pretty cool, but it'd probably be me and Danny, but I can tell you now, I can't dance.
Well,
it'll be.
Now, we couldn't do yoga either, so.
I know it'll probably be about like our yoga.
Probably about like our yoga was, yep.
I was actually thinking we could sit in a rocking chair and do it.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
I could. No, I could. I can do some things. Actually, if you don't believe me, go back and watch the Appalachian. What is it? I put up a video of me and Patera and Starry doing some kind of dance. I was not real good at it.
Mama Tribe said, "What are y'all doing for squash bugs?" I'm overrun. Well, Mama Tribe, let me tell you something. We sit out there and hand picked them, and we learned something. We sprayed the liquid nitrogen around the bottom of the plant and soaked the ground real good with it. And when we did, they come out of the dirt and started crawling up on the plants everywhere, and we was able to kill them by hand. And really, we haven't had a lot of problems since then.
All right, Scott Jones says his garden is barren right now except for bell peppers. What can I plant now? Well, your top ground plants can't be planted now until if you plant by the moon.
If you plant by the moon.
Any other time if you want to. But if you plant by the moon until next month. Wait, hold on. There may be one more day. Wait, hold on. Let me look and see this because I think, nope, there's two more. This is July, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got.
You plan on? Nope.
14th, 15th.
The 14th and the 15th of July is.
I'm checking the funeral home calendar, okay? The 14th and 15th, go ahead and plant any above ground crops. After that, you have to wait till next month. So peas and beans.
Mm-hmm.
We planted popcorn the other day.
We planted popcorn right before the storm started coming in, and it's already up this tall, guys. It's already up 2 inches tall.
And it's nice.
Mama tried to say, where did you get the liquid nitrogen? It's like a Miracle Grow mix. You just get it. We got it at the local stores, your garden and feed stores or wherever. It's in a powder form. You just mix it with water, and it's just a liquid.
Country Homestead Preacher wants to know, is there a late summer corn to plant?
June is about, in the South, is about as late of a time as you can plant corn except popcorn.
We're trying the popcorn.
The popcorn has time to make because it doesn't take that long. But other than that, I would not advise planting anything else.
All right, so Carol says her HOA says no veggie gardens. Will planting veggies in large coffee fans work?
Coffee, actually mean coffee cans.
You can plant veggies in any type
you can
of
plant veggies
containers.
In any kind of container. You just got to keep the water and fertilize to it.
I think what they're telling you is you can't make rows in your yard and do it, but sit any kind of containers. Decorate your containers, put them out, make a cute something. Half of them don't know what a vegetable is if you disguise it in a container.
Firefly Moon Pie says, Danny, we have the same birthday. See, there's somebody else on the face of the earth that's a blessed person.
Yeah, Beth says Miracle Grow will work just as good.
Well, Miracle Grow is liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
That's all it is.
She said large coffee cans, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
When do I plant the elephant garlic y'all sent me? I'm in zone 8A. Plant it now. Go ahead and plant it.
Did she need to put it in the fridge?
Not the elephant garlic.
Oh, the elephant garlic. That's right. Okay, the elephant garlic you don't have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Gail Elwood. Cute flower pots, you can put vegetables in them and stuff like that. I mean,
you can build boxes and things. If you plant a little flower too, and most of your veggies are gonna flower. Most HOAs have no clue that it's a vegetable. The only thing they don't want you to do is plant it in rows where it looks like you've got a vegetable garden.
Sherry says, have I ever planted broom corn? Yes, I have. It's been many years, but I have.
Grandpa, look.
What's up?
There's our friend. I forgot where he's at now. Florida?
I don't remember where he's at. No, he was in Ohio, but he might be in Florida now.
I don't remember. I remember asking him. He's been riding around on a boat off and on.
Country Homestead Preacher said, we've seen your out-of-stock sign on canned corn at Walmart. Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, she said they can hide the coffee cans.
Yeah. You can, any kind of containers could be used, and you could put some kind of cute foil wrapping around them or something, make them look like a cute.
The Busy Little House says they've been picking off cabbage worms by hand. Any suggestions? If you don't mind spraying, it's not toxic. It's called BT, Bacillus thuringiensis. It's not toxic to humans or anything, but it will kill any soft-bodied insect. But you can spray that on there, and it will literally wipe them out.
Geeky Garden says the ad buffered. That's unusual. It usually plays really well, and we buffer.
They said we should do our live on our new bed.
Well, we have no internet.
We have no internet over there because it's off grid. We have no electricity.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, he is
in Ohio. I thought he was in Ohio.
Building a new homestead. Okay.
I thought that's where he was headed. Yep.
The I Am of Me. Chard is a beautiful plant. Oh, yes.
It is.
And you can plant it in your front yard. Most people are too dumb to know what it is. And lemongrass and lavender. Now, chard makes...
Especially rainbow chard. The rainbow chard is beautiful.
Mimsy says, my hubby is the new one to your channel listed as Poor Boy Homestead. Okay. Let's see. Our Walmart doesn't have signs of food shortages yet. We haven't paid any attention. We went.
We hadn't been to Walmart now.
I did.
Oh, you did, but I didn't.
I always come back mad when I leave Walmart.
Oh, yeah. There's always something happens when we live in there.
Well, I went by myself, and every time I go by myself to Walmart, something happens. I didn't forget what it was this week, but anyway. I always have stories, And when I come back, Danny says, you ought to tell your stories on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. But I'm in the moment when I walk in the door. If he'd just flip the camera on and it'd be crazy.
On cherry seeds, do you have to peel the seeds before you put them in pots? No, you should be able to just put them in a pot.
All right. Neighbors are setting off fireworks tonight. Oh, we got to watch our neighbors' fireworks a little bit, but
We did.
they didn't do much. They did just a few, and that was it. But it beat us having to buy.
Eyes to See said they just heard YouTube is going to stop live chats. Have we heard about it? No.
I've heard a couple of people say that, but we've not had any notifications.
Nobody stopped us yet.
I would say maybe they tried it with anybody under 1,000 subs, and that may be what they're trying to do, because it might be that they're still trying, because most people were finding ways around it.
Susan said, I'm seeing some white nodules on the lower stems of my tomato plants. Do you know what it can be? Yes, it's roots. It's wanting to form roots. And when it gets close to the ground, it starts putting out white bubble, little white nodules all over it. And that's a sign that if you get dirt up on it, it'll actually make roots.
Sherry, if you need the Cherokee tan seeds, we have them on our Etsy store at deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. If you get there and they're out, I'll try to check in a little while and add some more, because I can't keep up with how many. When they go, I have to go check. Am I eating candy corn? No, I am eating a boiled cookie. It's chocolate, oatmeal, and what else? Peanut butter. Chocolate, oatmeal, and peanut butter, basically. Walmart is the devil.
Yeah. Jennifer said it's been slow, steady rain there all day today. I mean, that's funny, Jen. Up here where we're at, we just get a little shower every so often.
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday. We hadn't had no steady rain, but it's been perfect for the garden. I mean, it's cooled off. That was one of the things we was going to talk about tonight, was the benefits of this hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Literally today, it only got to 80 degrees today. It didn't even get hot. I was able to work all day today. In between the rain showers, working. It's been really, really good on the garden. I mean, it's not been a downpour. It's just settled the dirt down good. All the plants are just flourishing.
I'm sorry, Carol. She says now she's hungry. These things are addictive. Now, I could, if you make them, you're just gonna eat till they're gone.
You do. I've ate on and eat on them myself. Well, I'm not supposed to, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Denise says she's got to lay down. She's fixing to hand it over to Buddy. She's just gonna listen.
You go to sleep, dear. Take it easy. There's Jan. What was we saying?
She was here way while ago when we was talking about it.
I mean, did she answer what we asked?
Yeah, she was.
Okay, because I forgot to look. I don't see half the chat sometimes.
No bake oatmeal cookies are her favorite, they said. But that's basically what that is.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a no bake boiled cookie, no bake oatmeal cookie.
Yeah.
The only thing is, we used regular oatmeal instead of the quick stuff. We probably should have cut it back about half because it's a little bit drier than normal, but it's still good. You can't beat chocolate.
Kathy Bishop says, what is your plan for emergency water usage? I mean, we have hand pump wells. We have generators. We have hooked up to our regular wells. I'm in the process of trying to figure out what it's going to cost me to install solar to one of my wells, because we have 2 different wells here. And I want to put solar on one. I'm ready to drill another one over at my cabin, so I would like to get that one in.
Dehydrated water. Guys, if you're not on Patreon, y'all missed a rant that would Danny was on a roll the other day, and I just turned the camera on and just filmed him. And our Patreons got a giggle out of that.
We did. It was called a comedy rant, if you want to call it that.
He was on a rant about this hurricane.
It was about the hurricane and everything else that goes on in America.
It was about a 10-minute rant.
Most of our patrons just love Patreon because, I mean, we do stuff over there that we don't do on YouTube. And
if I can catch him occasionally, I'm going to throw up some stupid stuff he does. Country Homestead Preacher said, I saw that rant. Yeah, I still saw it. But I tried to put up. Now, if y'all don't follow me on Crazy Days, you miss some of his craziness too.
Yeah.
Because on Crazy Days, he cut one of my potatoes.
Yes.
And he had to fix it. And if you haven't seen that video, I'm not going to tell you what he did. You go watch my video. I think in the cards of this, I put it in there. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think I put it in the cards. And so when you get off, go watch Danny fixing my potato that he cut. Because I didn't want it cut.
Paul wants to know, what year did we start YouTubing? Was it 15 or 14?
The December of 2015.
Yeah, it was December of 15, yeah.
We actually got a new camera for Christmas and started either the week before or the week after Christmas. I can't remember. We got it right around Christmas, either right before or right after.
Yeah.
Have we ever considered freeze drying?
Yes. We've considered it and we decided not to do it.
We heard too many negatives on it, and we've had people give us freeze dried food, and I really don't like most of it.
Yeah.
The only thing I really liked was fruits, and we don't have that many fruits to invest several $1,000s into a freeze dryer, so it wasn't worth it for us. We've had friends that gave us freeze dried foods and stuff, and a lot of it I just didn't like. So I liked the freeze dried yogurt, the freeze dried fruits. That was the main things I really liked.
The Music Well said there's reports are starting to come out now that New York City is having major blackouts. People are stuck in elevators, subways, electric trains, etc. I hadn't even been on the internet all day today, to be honest with y'all. I've been in the shop working through the rain showers, building a screen door for our cabin, which there'll be a video on that coming up at some point. I don't know when.
Yeah, he said he heard they were expensive and heard the negatives too about the leading freeze dryers. We heard that they were, well, from two different sources actually. They make a lot of racket. They're really, really noisy. The space that you put stuff in is very small compared to running it 2 days, sometimes 3 days, all day and night, and hearing that racket. And it doesn't freeze dry very much food at a time. And if you ran it all the time, your bill goes up too. We made it. Hey, two family. Yeah, I see some of them watched my potato video. Love
GPP 787 said their Cherokee tans are doing great. Got 20 plus on the vine, but we have flooding expected with Storm Barry in Louisiana. Try to take you something and get them up off the ground. If it ain't nothing but bricks or just anything, just set them up on. Just be careful and lift them up really easy and set them up on it and keep them up off the ground where they won't sit in water.
Yeah, even if the brick is in water, once it goes down, it's not sitting in mud and dirt to rot the bottom side. Two families.
Let's see here. Hunter says it is hot in Minnesota. Can't wait till fall. Well, my friend, if you think it's hot in Minnesota, you should be in South Mississippi.
Yeah, they're talking about New York City. I had a friend, well, it was actually a teacher. Her daughter, let's see, we've been married 6 years, so it's been 7 years ago. They had a blackout where she was at. She was stuck in a high rise. She couldn't leave her apartment and get out for over a week. And she had very little food and stuff like that. Plus, you can't open the windows.
No.
I mean, you would have to go up and down the elevator. If you go anywhere, you have to walk up and down the elevator. She could go to the tank and close by to get food, but she said there was hardly anybody had any food anywhere at the little stores close to her place, and she lived on just a few items she had in her place till everything was fixed.
Meredith says she's shelling English peas as we speak.
Potato video was hilarious.
Hey, I had to redeem myself. I mean, I was expecting, I thought you just cut potatoes up, but that ain't what they wanted.
Actually, it turned out very good because potato absorbed everything. It was actually Let me see. I've got videos of, I've got pictures. I keep forgetting about this. This is what started the thing. I did a video, if you haven't seen it, using my juicer steamer to cook a chicken. And a lot of people said I did not know you could use it for anything other than juice. Well, the directions tell you, if you got the book, you can steam any meat and make broth. And it's beautiful, clear broth, just like the juice. So any meat you have, whether it's rabbit, deer, chicken, turkey, beef, pork, whatever, if you want to make broth, throw your meat over in there and do it the same way. It's perfect. So I was going to do one of our meat birds. This was nearly an 11-pound meat bird. And then most of my pots were not that big. This one is plenty big to do an 11-pound meat bird. So when I put it in there, we started steaming it to get it done. I wanted potatoes, and Danny come in to help. And when he did, he sliced my potato, the first one. I turned around and saw him slice it, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm cutting these potatoes up." And I said, "I don't want them cut up. They'll fall all to pieces in there." So he said, "Wait a minute, I'll fix it." And he come back with that twine, and we wrapped it up and tied it up, and it worked out just fine. So
Deborah wants to know, does the broth get diluted with the water? No.
The water goes up, and just like you would if you cooked a chicken in broth, the water stays in the bottom pot, the broth stays in the middle pot. So it's separated, if you get what I'm saying. And then you just take that hose and drain the broth, because it's not in the pan with the water. It's two different pots. There's actually 3 pots all together. The chicken's in the top, the broth stays in the center, and the water in the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's a really awesome thing. I've got another video coming up with potatoes. I took it a step further today, and we're going to do a potato video one day this next week, probably on crazy days. So what I was saying earlier, if you don't follow my channel on crazy days, you miss some of the extras that I do that doesn't get thrown on.
There was a question asked a while ago about our cabin. Was it a new cabin that we just built, or was it an old one that we moved in and putting back up? This is a brand new cabin that I built. It's 16 by 32. It's got 9-foot walls in it with a 10-12 pitch roof on it.
Okay, Paul's asking, how did you manage to get the top up on the screen before? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about the pictures? Or, explain just a little bit more so I know what you're saying. Another video I did this week was on roasted peppers. When we went to the U-Picket, I picked up some of these sweet roasters. And I took them over to the cabin, put them on the grill, came back, and I made powder out of them. So if you haven't seen that video, it's over on Crazy Days also. So it's my roasted peppers turned into powder. Turned out really great on potato salad, just saying. Another video coming up this week is squash puppies. Many people have asked for this recipe, and I really thought I'd done a video, and I might have, but I don't remember. So squash puppies, them things are really good. That's coming up this next week, maybe on Crazy Days. I don't know which one's coming.
We don't know which channel. If you're not subscribed to Crazy Days, you may miss a lot of stuff, because we do put a lot of stuff over there. Okay, so this is the meal we came up with. We had the chicken, the potatoes, we had some of our stuffed peppers with the cheese in them, we had fried okra, we had fresh squash, and fresh green beans. Everything's from our place here. Yeah, except the dab of butter and sour cream and cheese. Those didn't come from here. I don't make my own yet. So that's kind of our meal this week. So that was part of it. How often do I need to water my potato plants? I don't know if you're talking about sweet potatoes, Deborah. Sweet potatoes every couple of days is fine. I don't think it would be regular Irish potatoes unless you live way up north. All right, see, the me has hundreds of pears curing in her house. I don't want them to go to waste. I'm scared we'll get some going to give more, but I don't want to go to waste. How many jars of pears can you can? You can can as many as you want to. We can all we can get. Miranda, I'm sorry. That chocolate is just really good. The food's really good. Miranda's going to come visit sometime, and I'm going to fix her something. Okay. That's my tea lady. I hear you.
Jason at Cog Hill does an okra fritter. I've tried that too. I did that last year. Danny and I like okra just about anyway, and we did that, and it was really good. What is Crazy Days?
That's Wanda's other channel.
I have a channel called Crazy Days, and it's Dazes.
Yeah, Dazes.
Yeah. Hey, Evan.
Mods, yeah, if y'all could post a link to Wanda's channel,
Yeah.
that would be appreciated.
Yeah. The picture on the top of the screen. Okay, I thought that's what you're talking about, Paul. We use OBS. We don't use YouTube, and we don't go through YouTube as far as YouTube's live streaming. I mean, it is, but it isn't. We still have YouTube up, but we don't go straight through YouTube. We have OBS, and on OBS, you can put different sources up, which means pictures or videos or whatever. I haven't mastered the videos and stuff. All I can do is pictures, and I can click one button, and it brings our picture up. And then when we're through with it, I can click the button and take it back off.
Back down.
So if you haven't ever used OBS, you might want to check into it. It's Open Broadcasting System.
Yeah.
I think this is
an open broadcast. OBS, Open Broadcasting System.
Oh, thank you, Tori.
Thanks, Tori.
So OBS is a good way to broadcast. I don't know. We've tried the YouTube, just going straight through YouTube, and it always seems to do really horrible videos for us because we're on internet way out in the sticks, and our internet's not the best anyway.
What do I think of reports of hitting peak food production? I believe that's completely true. It happened. Let's see. It probably happened about a week ago. Based on what the agricultural departments had up worldwide. Now this is not just us. This is worldwide. We hit peak food production. It's going to be downhill from this point on in the solar minimum that we're living in.
Yeah, I am says Deep South's the cake and Crazy Days is a frosting.
Yep, that's the way you look at it.
Ice Age Farmer always has good reports on ag and food production. Yes, we like watching Ice Age Farmer.
Christian is a great guy when it comes to putting up videos like that. Him and David both, they do really, really good jobs. If you like watching that type of stuff, they have some really good stuff.
You're welcome, Paul.
We're going to have to import corn for the first time in a while. Well, that is if other countries allow us to export. If they export to us, most countries right now are realizing that they have a shortage of grain, and they've actually shut down. The Soviet Union is shut down, and several other countries. Now, Brazil is still talking about doing some exporting, but Brazil just broke record temperatures in their place as far as being cold.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well things are going to do there.
Rosita asked how the weather is. Right now we are fine and dandy. It's not rained in several hours. It's rained 3 or 4 times today for about 10 minutes, but it's not a heavy rain. It's just what we needed. It's feeding our garden, and it's been nice, and it's keeping us cool. Mr.
Pate says, I know this is off topic, but I love it. Y'all have a beautiful state flag in Mississippi. Now, I built a house for a Mr. Pate. I know it's probably not the same guy, but he was from New Orleans, and I built it out here at a lake close to it.
Yeah, we like Adapt 2030. We watch BP Earthwatch, which I think is Earthwatch something else now.
Yeah, Jesse. I watch him occasionally. Yeah.
And if you're interested in keeping up with the earthquakes, Dutch Sense. He's fabulous. He can pinpoint those earthquakes. He's way ahead of anything else.
Yeah.
I can't say their name. AARIS Eric, maybe Eric Hale, said they had to drive 2 hours through Indiana, where I live, and the corn and beans look bad for this time of year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. If you want to know the truth, talk to truck drivers.
Yeah.
Forget about
Ranch. That's the other one.
Forget about news channels and stuff like this, media and all that kind of stuff. Find you some truck drivers that drive cross country and ask them what they're seeing. That's the most honest honest way you're going to find get the honest answers.
How are things down here? Good. We're getting no rain right now, but expecting some later tonight.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of earthquakes, are we worried about the New Madrid? They're in Tennessee. I had a friend in Tennessee yesterday that sent me a message.
Yeah.
She lives right on Lake. What's the lake?
What? Reelfoot.
Reelfoot. That's it.
Yeah, I had to figure out who you're talking about.
She felt the ground move yesterday, and she messaged people all around, but nobody else felt it but her. And when she went inside and was watching the news, she saw that Seattle had a quake about the same time she felt it. She said, I know I'm not crazy. I felt the ground move, and when I found out it was Seattle had the same thing, it kind of freaked her out a little bit. So maybe they are all connected. I guess they are some way, shape, or form. Mike Morales is great on weather.
Yeah, I've seen Mike Morales.
Yeah.
There's actually lots of them. There's MGBC. The guy has Tourette's.
He's really good.
Something combo, whatever. I forget how it's all worded. I mean, I subscribe to him and I just see his stuff all the time. MGBC combo or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young guy, but he's got Tourette's. You have to kind of look beyond that, but he's a really good,
very informational,
very
good source. When Danny found him, he's like, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's not, he's not just reading a map, I guess, and he's very knowledgeable.
Marfogel's another one. Yes, Jim, he is.
Yeah.
I see him occasionally. I don't see him all the time, but I do watch him occasionally. I watch lots of different ones. I watch Lisa Haven, not regularly, but occasionally I'll drop
Brad.
in and watch
Brad
one.
Talby. How are you? Haven't seen Brad in a while. Country Homestead Preacher said the anniversary gift they gave to each other was $750.
I saw that. Food. Yeah, they gave each other $750.
But Danny built me a bed.
I built her a log bed.
And we're gonna have some little something this Friday. We're gonna kind of do our own thing this Friday, so we'll have our own little deal, but it won't be anything special because the bed was the anniversary gift.
Yeah.
And see, the cabin was the starting of the cabin, putting the boards up was our Valentine's gift, and so I don't know what he's going to do for me for my birthday. I'm waiting.
I don't know.
Matt said his trailer shook while I was in Mount Rainier a few days ago. It woke me up early in the morning. I think there was a quake in Snohomish County. Not far from Rainier. Wow. That tells me you need to get to Mississippi. Come on. That would be great. Yeah, I see somebody else watches Lisa Haven. Several years ago, there was a big one in Mexico, and she felt, Diane and me felt it. No one else did, and it wasn't on the news.
Right.
That's what she was telling me. She said nobody else said anything, but she happened to be outside on the ground. Most people were at work or in their houses or something else. She was actually standing on the ground, so she knew that she felt it.
Paul says, is it warm or hot outside right now? It's
stifling.
It's just humid. It's not hot. It's about 80 degrees. Well, it's 78 to be honest.
Yeah.
It's 78 degrees and with a pretty high humidity.
Yeah. So, and for Danny's birthday, I'm not sure what all we're doing yet, but I designed him a shirt. So I'm going to order him a couple of sweatshirt.
A couple of sweatshirts.
And a t-shirt.
Do we have them on here?
Yeah, top one.
Yeah, this is the one Wanda designed for me. They'll be for sale in our
It'll be on
the when you go to one of our YouTube channels, it will either be right up under it or it'll be up on the top right hand corner of your recommended videos.
Yeah, when you go to our videos.
Yeah, when you go to the video.
And when I get the website done, there'll be a link on our website. I'm working on our website, guys, and when I get the website up, it'll have links to everything we do. I'll kind of have everything all in one place. It'll make it easier for you to find. And so what we're trying to do is design. Danny told me I was crazy for wanting to sell y'all sweatshirts in the middle of the summer. But if you believe there's going to be a life-changing event I feel like people
Actually,
need a sweatshirt
I
because it's
think
going to get cold.
I was the one who coined that saying.
You said it way a
I
couple
said
of years ago.
I started saying
people started
LCE
using it.
because I didn't want to say SHTF. Years ago, I started saying an LCE, and it just took off.
I mean, I don't know if anybody started for him, but I never heard anybody say LCE. And then all of a sudden, after he started saying it, it seemed like everybody on YouTube picked up on it because they don't like to have to say the other one.
Bullfrog Swamp says, Danny, what's going on with the ocean on the Mississippi Gulf Coast? Heard it was toxic. It is. The algae bloom from the mouth of the Mississippi because of all the chemicals coming down there, or the fertilizer coming down the Mississippi River. So much fresh water has dumped into the Gulf and it has caused the algae bloom, which has killed off lots of stuff, and now it's made all the Mississippi beaches toxic. Louisiana beaches are all toxic. Hopefully this storm will help get some of that out of here. Do you think the dust coming from Africa will last a few years, for the last few years, will have any effect on us? One thing that the dust from Africa does is it keeps down the hurricanes from forming out in the Atlantic Oceans. That's one thing that it does do.
Yes, Sherry Mize says, are you 39? And your daughter Jennifer says, I'm his daughter and I'm 39. So it means you're a little older than that.
I'm a little older, not a lot. You know, just a little.
He has to be a little older than his daughter.
Evelyn said there's a brain-eating amoeba off Louisiana now, too, they've heard.
Jan says she's got Alaska preppers starting to use LCE instead of the other term.
Yeah.
Is it red tide?
It's similar to red tide, yes.
What happened? The little icons are all in black and white now. What icons are you talking about? Because I don't know.
I don't know what.
Are you talking about people's thing? Ours are still showing them right. I don't know.
And we had some visitors this week too. I want to tell y'all.
Yes, we had a wonderful.
We had a wonderful time with
every time they come, we have fun.
Well, they're two of my favorite people in the world right here.
Yes.
Dean and Ashley.
Weaver Farms.
Weaver Farms come by for a visit. Spent part of the day visiting with us. We had a blast with them. Me and Dean sat on the porch of the cabin, and we had just a good conversation while we were there. And then Wanda, Ms. Ashley, was sitting in the rocker on the porch.
And she loves my rocker too.
She loved the cabin. She loved the rocker. The girl loved everything about it. Dean loved it all, and they were just they were having a blast while they were here. We had a blast. We just literally love these two people. I'm telling you.
So much fun.
Very
full of energy.
Yes.
And Ashley just needed her downtime at Deep South.
She needed her Deep South time. She said, I had to come by and see Mr. Danny and have some Deep South time. So,
yeah. Our emojis are in color. I mean, I don't know.
All of our emojis are in color.
If that's what you're asking, all of ours are in color. So I don't know. It might be on your end. YouTube does some really weird stuff. Homestead Remember says that's a good size cabin. Everybody that sees it says it's not a cabin, it's a house. It's
16 by 32. And it's a cabin.
And y'all, we haven't started doing any videos really on YouTube. We're going to hopefully this week start putting some videos up about the cabin a little bit more. But Monday, I'm doing the first walkthrough on Patreon. Yeah. It's already scheduled. It'll be there Monday. And just showing a little bit, because we were going to do step by step, and that kind of went out the window because there was so much going on. Yeah. And we did a lot of step by step somewhat, but there's a lot that I missed because I had to be here at the house doing stuff and he had to be working. So it's not exactly step by step anything except the first few weeks.
Yard and Food Forest, we're in southern Mississippi. We're about 30 miles north of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and that is the Deep South for us.
Yeah.
Cindy said they live in a 16 by 20 shed for over 2 years.
Well, this is 16 by 32. Then you added on a room, so it's a little bit bigger than that, and a porch.
And a porch. It has a porch on two sides of it.
Yeah.
But the actual cabin is only 16 by 32.
And see, Bullfrog says they definitely live in a 512 square feet. It's not very big. It looks big. It's mainly the way
It's
he
because I
designed
put
it.
9-foot ceilings with a 10-12 pitch on it, and that makes it look huge.
It's really not that big, but it looks it and it feels it. It just sets it off. And one day we hope to have logs on it. We've picked out a log siding. That's something we want to do before winter is to have the siding on, but right now it's too hot. We're working
Well,
on the inside.
it's just expensive. The siding
Yeah,
is
the
just
siding
so
is crazy.
expensive.
And we hope to have at least this, as you're coming up to it, one wall done before winter. That's the wall that the wind hits, and that would help protect it. But we need the insulation in the inside, which we hope to have done shortly, and the wiring. And
Right Wing Environmentalist says, is there any state restrictions in Mississippi for living off grid? They are in Stone County. Each county has its own codes. Stone County is under international code because of Agenda 21, and it's actually illegal to live off grid permanently in Stone County, Mississippi, because you have to have a fire smoke detector, let me put it that way, and it must be hooked to battery and electricity. That's the one place that they get you at.
Yeah.
Now, if you have solar and you have it hooked up to electricity, I think that would pass, but I can't swear to it.
Yeah, Mimsy's Garden, her and Fairy Tale Creations came and visited one afternoon and stayed, and they loved it too. We've had quite a few people visit us here lately, and they all love it. Matt says his camper's a 7x20. I like his little camper.
Well, I loved it when he was
It
there.
was a really cute camper, and for what he's doing, it's all he needs. He doesn't have to have a 5,000 square foot house.
Right.
We don't even need it. And I'm complaining because I can't find nowhere to put stuff in this house.
Yeah, I know it.
We're fixing to start throwing away.
Well, we're fixing to start downsizing. We're getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Anybody needs stuff from Deep South, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to start getting I don't know that anybody wants our stuff. Oh, I guess I need to post a video. Hey, look, I got this for sale, and see how many I really want stuff. Good evening, North Star Prepstetter. Okay. I'm not sure. Danny Patton? I see. Oh, Broussard takes Danny.
Yeah, he said, I'll take Danny.
Well, what about me? Come on.
I don't know.
Everybody wants Danny. Come on. There's Ash.
Bullfrog says, I'll take the tiller for the tractor.
Oh, you would have to fight Danny.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be a good one.
Now, there's my girl, Ashley. She showed up.
Ashley, sweetheart, she made it. Late, but I really enjoyed spending time with y'all this week. And we enjoy spending time with you, girl.
Grandma Rose, no, I have not been into town in about 3 days. I will go Monday, though. Jan says she will take it all. Okay, come visit and I'll load you up. I promise. I will give you all kinds of stuff. The I am of me. Thank you. I have, okay, some of you may not want this, but I have lots of clothes. Just saying.
She has lots of clothes. Yeah.
And so I've already taken off one big hunk of clothes. And that sounded bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I hauled a whole few bags of clothes.
She hauled off a big stash of clothes.
Yeah, let's instead of what I said, like, y'all wipe that out of your mind.
Yeah, just take that one right out of your head.
I took them to it wasn't Salvation Army. What was?
That was
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Took it to Goodwill, and my attic is really, really full, and so I'm gonna have to go up there and take a whole bunch of stuff out of there and get rid of a whole bunch of clothes. We have things that we have gotten that have to just go away, and I have to decide what all that is and how much of it. And some of it's going to be some really cool stuff. I just hate having garage sales. So maybe I need an online garage sale. I'll do a quick, here, this was what I got for sale. Y'all message me. I did that before.
Yeah.
Sold quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, the Lake Effect Farm said the cabin was awesome. Can't wait to see it finished.
Yes, y'all need to come back and visit and sit in it again. The porch is actually done and I have a rocker now. When they were here, it wasn't even a porch.
Didn't have a porch on it.
They had to climb up in it. Hope you have a Habitat for Humanity. They sell nice things to help pay for the houses they build. I don't know if we have that. What do you think about this Hurricane Barry? Do you think it was controlled?
It was controlled by HARP.
Yeah.
It was controlled by something. I don't know, and it's headed right up through where all the crops in the fields and all's planted up through the deltas up there. Um, Probably just to take out more food supply. Yeah.
Give it away and bless someone. I would if I thought somebody would use what I had. I'm not really big on clothes. I mean, Jen, I'm like you. I've been saving clothes forever. Danny can tell you. I
Yep.
moved here with a truckload of clothes. I didn't have anything else, but I had clothes, and they're still here. I've gotten rid of a few of them. I had anywhere from a 6 to a 12, just in case. And all these women know what I'm talking about. Just in case I go down to a 6, and just in case I go up to a 12. I had to get rid of the 6s and 8s. They just ain't doing it no more. And so,
gosh, I'm getting sleepy.
And then I have all these fancy clothes that I wore when I worked. I don't ever see me using them again. I had all these clothes that when I used to when I went to church years ago at one of the churches, the way I was raised, we wore really dressy dresses. Everybody's toned it down now.
Everybody's toned it down.
Dresses up like that.
Nobody dresses up anymore.
If I wore some of the dresses that I have, I would be so out of place.
Yeah.
Everybody would think I'd be putting on airs.
Right.
And that's just the way we dressed back then. And the consignment shops here won't take them anymore.
They won't take any more clothes. They got so many clothes on what to do.
Yeah, fat clothes, skinny clothes, and normal clothes. That's what you call them.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in the fat clothes. Don't say nothing.
I will not open my mouth.
It's all because of these chocolate cookies over here. If I quit the chocolate cookies, I could go back to the skinny clothes. I doubt it.
Old Town Homestead says Barry's making the Pearl River flow backwards in Pearlington, Mississippi.
Oh,
wow, that's
man.
interesting.
We're going to have to pay attention to the news tonight. Has anyone heard from Cajun Gardener? No, I don't.
I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, and all the women wore hats back in the day. I had an aunt that wore a hat to church all the time, and she wore them to town. And she told us that she was going to dig all of us a hat when she passed away. She's still living, by the way, and she's still going 90 to nothing at 80-something years old.
Black Pack Homestead Chris and Marla Ogden says, I'm so skinny I got to run around in the shower just to get wet. Culinary Growers Organic says, nudist colonies have cheap clothes.
Well, I've got things for the kitchen thing. I don't know.
We've got all kinds of stuff.
Picture frames. I bet I could start my own store with picture frames.
Yeah, that. And we've got
whatnotty type stuff because we don't like a lot of stuff around. Right. So I've got some of that.
Don't we have some like cooking stuff?
I think we're gonna have some cooking stuff. Not a lot, but some. I'm just not sure. We're gonna have to do a lot of downsizing because it's just really too much. Danny says we can't get rid of the seeds.
No, we ain't getting rid of my seeds now.
I may have some sewing stuff. A little bit. I'm not sure.
We'll probably have some sewing stuff that we're gonna get rid of.
I can't even remember what all is up there. We've got all kinds of stuff in the attic that's got
piles and piles of stuff.
Cast iron, no. There ain't no cast iron going nowhere.
Cast iron ain't leaving. I'm sorry about that.
Robin said that her feed's stuck. I'm not sure if it's us
refresh.
Yeah, try refreshing.
Can I have a few sweet potato slips?
Yes, come get them.
Yeah, all you want.
We have some purple ones that I need to get rid of.
We got plenty of purple ones. If you live close,
I guess I could put them up on Etsy or something. Do you still have your kidney stone collection? Yes.
Yes.
I guess I could get rid of that. Anybody want Danny's kidney stone
collection? Yeah, I have a kidney stone collection, believe it or not.
We have a lot of arrowhead pieces.
We do.
Chips,
pottery.
I'm not getting rid of that. That will probably transition in some way, shape, or form to the cabin. The cabin's going to be more or less kind of minimal. We don't want a lot of stuff there. We're just not sure what will or won't. The quilts, the quilt that was made at the gathering is going to be over there because when he gets through making the rail, it's going to hang on the rail up in the loft area. I also have a quilt that somebody crocheted me. That's going to the cabin. Things like that are going over there. I'm not sure what else.
The music well said. I started a kidney stone collection too. Unfortunately, they're still in there.
You're collecting in the wrong spot. We had lots of trouble with the sweet potatoes this year. The first garden we planted just came up. I mean, we stuck it there and they were little and they stayed that way, over a month and a half. They just would not grow. The second garden that we planted 3 times. And then this last time it's finally growing. It's taken forever. So we're about a month behind on sweet potatoes.
Oh, let's see here.
Are we fixing to sell the house? No, we're just trying to
Not right
downsize
now.
some
We're not,
of it.
You know, we just got to clean the house out a little bit.
We've collected a lot of stuff. Y'all know how that is.
Danny, you plan on hunting this fall? Maybe a catch, clean, cook video?
We plan on trying.
We plan on it. I mean, I have one video that they demonetized, but they gave it back. I have where we clean deer and all that. I have those up.
Jan says she planted twice and they haven't grown a bit. It is the weather. That's all I can tell you. And we're not sure how our potatoes are going to be underground, but the vines are finally looking good. Any ideas for cabbage moss?
Yeah, BT, Bacillus thuringiensis. That's the best thing I found for that.
Grampy Campy's on here. Grampy Campy had sent me a message, and I've meant to get Country Girl to remind me, and she's not on here tonight. I don't think she has internet where she's at right now. Grampy Campy has been, I think they did a GoFundMe or something. His wife is in the hospital and his van broke down, and they were doing something to help him. I mean, I don't know all the details, but if you're interested, click on Grampy Campy's and go there, and he can explain to you about what was going on. His wife has I think a breathing problem or something, and she was in the hospital.
Gravy111 says, how the heck does Danny not wear glasses? He has such good vision.
Don't ask me.
Oh. I don't have as good a vision as I used to. I was a sharpshooter for years, and my vision is not as good as it once was.
I'm starting to get hot. Oh, that reminds me. I am getting hot, but I need to show them this.
Oh, yeah.
I did a video on this. This is on Crazy Days, too. Wait, let's see. Where are we going? Right there?
There, you got it.
Right there. Isn't this beautiful? Miss Mary and Mr. Frank sent this because Danny has his own fan. So on Crazy Days, I did a video. It's the prep of the week. Fans. It costs you nothing to operate. You order them. I think there was 48 in the pack. If you look on Crazy Days down in the description, you can get 48 fans. Stick them up. Have them ready. It's your prep of the week. Prep item this week or whatever. You need a fan. I had many people tell me they had them stashed everywhere. Mainly for hot flashes.
For hot flashes and stuff. Maddie says, I'm in zone 10. How soon should I start tomato seedlings? Are you growing them for fall? Because there's no need growing them in the middle of the summer because anything over 85 degrees, they won't set blooms very well. So I would wait till the end of August to start tomatoes, me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, demonetization on YouTube is crazy right now. Guys, I have had probably 20 or more, maybe 25 of our videos that I put music in that was free music.
Yes.
Now isn't free anymore, so somebody's taken my monetization because I use their music, and they had it up as free music, and they decided to retract it. So that is getting annoying, and I took the music out of a few videos, which now when you watch the video, it's just blank. You watch the screen, there's no music, there's nothing. It's really stupid. But I quit trying to do that. I've left them up. But some of them I've marked private just because I didn't want them getting my monetization. So if some of the videos that y'all are used to seeing, you've seen before, and you go back to hunt it and you can't find it, it might be due to I pulled it because of that. So That's what will happen to some of our videos because of the music I used. I'm learning a very valuable lesson. You used YouTube music, which is pretty crazy sometimes, to save problems in the future.
Paul, I don't actually know how long it takes to fly from Atlanta to the other airport. I really don't know. I guess it just depends.
Grammy Karen says she Stivers Homestead's mama, and she woke up yesterday and YouTube had unsubscribed her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've had people, lots and lots of people say they wondered what happened. They thought we had quit making videos, and we were going, no, we didn't quit. We're still here because YouTube had unsubbed them. So always check your favorite YouTube channels and see that it's still there.
Well, they said I look tired. I am tired. I've been working I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Okay, so they're asking about the music. No, I didn't get it from YouTube Free Music. There was a site that I used where it was called a free audio library.
Mm-hmm.
And the music there was all free. If you copy and pasted the information on who it was and whose video it was, whose music, everything was free in that audio library. And I've been using it for over a year, year and a half. And so a lot of my videos have that music in it, a lot of them. And so every one of them, a lot of them they haven't pulled. They don't pull them. They just take the monetization and give it to somebody else. But probably 20 or 25 of them, and it's the same guy, every one of them, because a lot of them, I liked his music. And so I used more of his music than anybody else's. So that's what it is a copyright thing. Because it was free to start with, they won't pull my videos. I don't get a, what do you call it, a mark on my YouTube channel.
Right.
They just give him my money. So if my video makes $500, he gets $500. It's just kind of crazy.
Adventures in Midlife. Says hello from a new subscriber and a new channel. So y'all go check him out or check them out. Adventures in Midlife. Thank you for dropping by.
All right, so how can we prep for the upcoming year's election craziness? That's a
I'm
good
still
one.
coming down from
Remembers.
2016 election.
Well, I'm working the polls in a election polls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make sure we get that run.
Yeah, y'all, I'm sticking my foot in my mouth tonight. I'm going to go to classes next week, and I'll be working in a couple weeks after that. We have local elections. I don't know that there's anything national, but the local elections that we have next month, I will be working there. So, guys, when you go in and you're frustrated about the whole system, don't take it out on the workers because they're only there doing their job. You take it to your higher officials. I've worked this for many, many years. And we always got chewed out all the time. And all we were doing is letting you vote. That's helping you with the process. Go to your local officials and fuss at them. Tammy says she's been praying for us in the hurricane. We've been doing really good.
Yeah.
We're going to get some much needed rain and get more.
We've gotten probably in the last 3 days, maybe an inch and a half of rain, which has been perfect. They've just been slow, steady rain. Southern Blessed Homestead said they work the election polls also.
Yeah. And I saw North Star Prepster said they were thinking about doing their own music. If you do your own music, that is awesome. Really, really awesome. I've just went back to going in through YouTube and getting their free music, whatever they have, and be done with it.
Yeah, if you're talented enough to do it, making your own music would be great.
Yeah, Roots and Refuge uses Daniel the Psalmist, and he creates their music, and he is really awesome. And as long as he gives her permission to do it, YouTube doesn't have a problem. But I'd have to find me a good
guitarist who can sing.
Yeah, I guess so. Why does YouTube lock accounts for 90 days? If you violate some of their regulations,
yes,
So far, we've been doing this 4 years. We have not violated any regulations. We've not had any strikes on us. But you need to read the YouTube rules and regulations. And even we were not up on all of them exactly. We've been skirting it by the skin of our teeth sometimes because you don't think when you do some things that it would be wrong, but they do have problems with some issues. And I think, let me think what I was going to say about that. Something went out of my mind right quick. The Beulah land is no longer on YouTube because my husband wasn't feeling comfortable with it, so I took the channel down. Oh, okay. She took her own channel down. Yeah.
Marshall Farm says, can we talk a little bit about how we use the calcium nitrate and the liquid nitrogen?
On pepper plants.
The calcium nitrate, I put about 2 tablespoons per plant outside around the limb, the drip edge of the leaves. I don't put it up next to the roots on the plant. And then I turn around and I water it in really good. And then I'll mix up my liquid nitrogen and I will spray that with a garden sprayer around each plant, until I wet it up pretty good. And then I wet it again. And usually that takes care of it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to go ahead and pray. We've been on our full time.
And the music, if you've got the radio on and you're in your car or something and you're doing a video, please turn the radio off because they will demonetize you because of the radio, or if you're in your house, because you are plagiarizing if you're using somebody else's music, even in the background. You can't do it.
Okay, calcium nitrate is not the same as pelletized lime. Calcium nitrate is calcium and ammonium nitrate mixed together.
All right, Cindy has one too.
On replanting tomatoes, do you mean direct sow in August, or was that for the South? Yes, that's to direct sow. Well, you can do either one. You can either direct sow them, or you can use them as transplant. Direct sow usually works better, because you don't have that shock period waiting for it to reestablish itself once you plant it. But that would work out really good. Robin, I got the nitrogen and the calcium from a local feed store.
Yeah, Paul asked, what do we mean by violating the YouTube channel? YouTube has a lot of rules, and you can click on and you can pull it up, YouTube regulations, or I don't forgot what they call it. A lot of new ones came out this past week, and some of them were language, anything violent, anything against any other person. And I'm not sure why they don't shut down a bunch of channels, because I've seen a lot of channels do exactly what they said in there. But there was about anything with guns, knives, a lot of things, if anything with kids that was just normal kid stuff, but anything else you can't have. So, there's a lot of stuff you have to really, really be very careful what and when you're doing. Yeah, so I hope that you need to read the rules and regulations before you start YouTube, and try to abide by it, because they will do some crazy stuff if you don't watch.
Yeah, they will.
Demonetize is when they take your money away from you. When they demonetize, usually you get no funds for the video. But now they locked hers for copyright infringement, and I can't go live or upload for 90 days. Yeah, pretty much if there's a copyright infringement, you use somebody else's material. Say you were playing the radio and you didn't think about it, and a song was on the radio and you were talking and that was just in the background, they consider that a infringement.
Yeah, an infringement.
A copyright infringement, because you used the music on the radio without somebody's permission. And there's also commercials and things like that. Even if a commercial's playing in the background, you just use their stuff without their permission.
Yes.
So they will shut you down really fast. And so we've got to where we try to make sure there's no radios playing or anything. We always have anyway.
Yeah, we always do that anyway. Yeah.
And even like doing these dance videos and stuff like that, I don't know if people are monetizing or not, because that song is a popular song. I don't know how that's working. But if I were to go pick a song off the radio and Danny and I try to do a dance video to it, we wouldn't have, unless we have permission from
yeah.
to use it. That's an infringement.
Yeah.
Danny's falling asleep. Yeah, he's getting tired. So
yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long time since 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. All right.
I guess we need to pray where we can go ahead and
yeah, we want to remember Denise, Gemini Homestead.
Yes.
And she's on her way to recovery now since she had surgery today. We've had many people contact us. Dad says Stivers didn't monetize. I figured they didn't because that's just because of the song. That's usually why.
Yeah. What does 4 a.m. look like?
I don't know.
It's dark usually, but by 5 it's daylight, so you get to watch the sun come up.
I'm gonna sit on the porch one morning and do that, but I'm not getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I might get up at 5.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Georgia Guard Girl says, please remember me and the cancer in my breast.
You're welcome, Paul.
Yeah, Sherry Walker says it's dark. That's about
what it amounts to, and it's.
Well, a lot of people don't mind getting up when the sun comes up. Matter of fact, a lot of people think the sun comes up all at once.
It doesn't. It is beautiful.
It's gradual as it comes up.
I love watching the sunrise.
We eat breakfast. We eat breakfast at 5:30 in the morning usually.
Yeah.
And we sit out on the front porch and watch the sun come up.
See, there's somebody else. Hunter says he's feeding pigs at 4:45
every morning. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pray, and if we can get off and get to bed. I said, make sure I don't miss nothing. Okay, Father, we come to you tonight. We just want to take the time to tell you how much we appreciate you. We love you for what you do for us. We know that we have lots of people here who've expressed prayer for lots of things, and Father, you're the great physician. We know you know all things. Nothing takes you by surprise. Matter of fact, some things may even be orchestrated by you to help to lead us down a particular path that we can be blessings to other people. And Father, we do pray for the condition that our country's in, all the flooding and, Lord, the droughts and the heat and the cold and everything else that's going on in this country. Father, we really ask that you bless us and give us the ability on our homesteads, Lord, to figure out a way to overcome some of these obstacles that sits before us now. And Father, just be with our leaders in this country. Pray that they'll make wise decisions. And Father, I pray for the people that's in the path of this hurricane and tropical storm now. I pray that they'll all be well and that there won't be too much flooding and damage, Father, to destroy anything that they have now. And Father, I pray for Denise as she's come out of surgery today and she's in recovery, that she will do good, and Father, that her body will heal faster than normal, and that you'll give Mr. Buddy, her husband, him being a caretaker, Lord. Sometimes the caregivers are the ones that get forgotten, and they're the ones who really, a lot of times, share the brunt of everything. And Father, I pray for Mr. Buddy and hope that he'll have the strength to do what he needs to do now. And Father, for all the ones that's mentioned, one with breast cancer, Father, we pray for their breast cancer, country girl, and everything, and just pray that all that goes well and that it can be healed and they won't have to have any more problems or surgeries or anything, Lord. And Father, for those that mentioned other physical ailments, I just pray for them, and I lift them up and ask that you give them grace and healing for their bodies, and Father, that they'll be able to get back and be about their daily routine now and not be held back. And Lord, we just want to thank you for your love, your mercy, and your kindness towards us. And we pray for financial resources, Father, for each and every one that's on the live chat tonight, that they'll be able to afford all the things that they need to be able to prepare for the things that's coming in this world now. And just go with us and guide and direct us, Father, throughout the night. Help us to rest comfortable, that we can rise tomorrow to accomplish your will for our life now. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Okay, one thing.
What?
You said country girl. It was Georgia Garden.
Georgia Garden Girl.
Okay, so y'all.
I'm sorry, Georgia.
Don't go asking country girl about cancer.
It's Georgia Garden Girl. You're right.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because somebody watching this later would be going to her channel saying, "Okay, what did Danny say?" Yeah. So it's not country girl.
Georgia Garden Girl. I'll get it right. Yeah.
So we want to make
We
sure.
only have 70,000 subscribers to remember. I don't know
We're
how.
lucky we
We're
get.
lucky I get any of them right.
Yeah, so that's one of those things. Okay, so we are, yeah, Robin in Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just mixed the girls up.
I got the girls mixed up. Yeah.
That's just okay, y'all. We gotta go before we get in
Yeah,
trouble.
I'm gonna really get in trouble.
Uh,
Oh, but anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight, and thank you for just being a part of Deep South Homestead. You know, y'all are always as important to us as you say we are to you, because we really love each and every one of you. We do. And thank y'all for all that you do for us. All of you that's over on Patreon, I want to say thank you for going over there and supporting us there. We try to put out quality videos over there for y'all, and it's a blessing for us to be able to do that for you
and have a little fun every
and
now.
have fun. We have fun over there. That's one thing we do. And
sometimes some of your videos aren't very fun.
no, some of them's not fun. Some of them's very serious. But
I have to clarify that, guys.
and we do have the shirts up now and the mugs up and all that kind of stuff. Y'all can go if you're interested in something
They
like
should
that.
be tomorrow, maybe under our videos. When I redo this store, I think they must take 24 hours to get it back right, because the
Yeah.
mugs were up yesterday and they're gone today when I put the shirts up. So I guess
Yeah.
they're trying to fix that. But our store should be up. Our Deep South store should be up within the next couple of days. And y'all, everybody needs a sweatshirt with life-changing events.
Life-changing events.
Y'all got to buy one
Yeah.
to help Danny's birthday.
Yeah.
Make his birthday a little better.
But anyway, thank you guys once again from Deep South Homestead.
Bye, guys.
Bye.